Good afternoon, passport holders, but just barely. Today, October 3rd, 2017, day 1018 of the vlogs, if I'm doing my math right, and I think I am. That stated, last night was me dead to the world. I went to bed around 2:15 and slept all the way through until 10 a.m. And the data shows that I was legitimately dead to the world. I only had two little wake up spikes, one around 5 a.m., which is very standard for me when I'm on that kind of sleeping schedule, and then another one around, I think it was like 9 a.m., because I remembered I needed to send a text message to a friend to wish her well on a big work event. So got that all done, kind of started my day, saw that Clintus's vlog went up at 11, and right as I was having an interview, phone interview, HR screen, nothing major, same kind of thing that I've been doing a bunch of recently. So I sat there and I saw that it was a 6-minute clip, and when that interview ended, I ended up pulling it out of the captioning queue and just deciding to do it myself. So I finished the transcription phase on that. It's now moving into timing and line leveling and all that good fun, so that should be done in the next, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes. I've also already put in an order over at Chipotle for lunch, since, you know what, screw it, I might as well feed myself well in order to try and put me into a better mood to go into these next round of interviews. I'm still unclear if it's 3 or 4 more today, but it is more of the same. 3 of them are like first round HR interviews, just to, hear my story kind of thing. So I'm not worried about that. The fourth one, or the potential fourth one, is one where it is an inside thing. A friend actually came to me looking for recommendations for social media folks, and I've known Joanna for probably about a decade now. And so she's the president of her company looking for high-level social media folks, kind of a social media director level. So she put me in touch with her, I think it's head of tech at her company, which marketing technically falls underneath technology given the way that their structure has worked out. So potentially a phone call with him and Joanna today, which would be rad, because this is a big business, and one that's growing like a weed. And so, when Joanna joined, I think it was 5 years ago, they had like 7 employees, and now they're at 55 or so. And they're a distributed company, so they have offices in multiple cities around the world, but it would not be a big deal if I was to work remote for at least a little bit, which would be interesting. So yeah, kind of one of those things where maybe everything lines up and I'm able to join up with an old friend and help her business succeed, which I would be totally okay with. And yeah, so one step at a time, but just got more interviews to do, lunch to do, captions to do, getting it all done before 9 p.m. rolls around and I have to go and do another day. So hope you guys are having a tremendous Tuesday as this is being recorded. Goodness, I had to think about that for way too long. A great Wednesday for watching on day of release. Let's get today started.
That Lele life.
Guys, October continues to be this turnaround month, if there ever was gonna be one. It's been tremendous. So the 2 interviews that I've had since you guys last saw me have been phenomenal. The second of which was tremendous, was the one with my friend's company. She's the president and acting COO or CEO over there right now, and she is just awesome. And so the interview was, exactly 30 minutes, which is always good when I nail answering all the questions and whatnot. But it's very clear that this guy is a hardcore social media nerd, and when I was talking about what I've done with closed captioning, they were really interested in that. So that is a big piece to the equation, that I'm walking in with all this technology, all these other things, right? I would write a license so that they can license the tech behind the one with that search engine, the clipping tool, all that other stuff. But basically, he was like, how do you want to play this? And my response was, well, hey, we can do it as me being a consultant and doing the captioning work, and that would be this amount of money every month. Alternatively, if you want to bring me in-house and you have the budget to pay me this amount of money while I'm living here in Arizona for basically the next year, is kind of what I phrase things as. After that, I'd be willing to move to LA or San Francisco where they have offices. And he said, I gave him that number, and he's like, we are getting ready to hire a big CFO. We're getting ready to hire a big, high, heavy-hitting folks for this organization as we continue to grow. We've hit this kind of inflection point where we can really start to pay them. And so he's like, yeah, I think that number is totally reasonable for you to live in the place you want to live in. And if we need to get you out here, then that's something that we can look at. And so super excited about it. That stated, next one is a kind of soft meeting with a friend's company, and so I want to go and see that. Additionally, confirmed another big interview for tomorrow at 4 p.m. Super excited about that one. That's an agency gig. That's an account management gig. Really kind of in my wheelhouse of working with people, setting expectations, doling out the work to a team, collecting all that work and delivering it back to a client and giving them the results of that work once we put it out there in the real world. So I've got to race out of here though, because I've got to be somewhere in about 12 minutes, and it's about a 6-minute drive, but it's started at rush hour, so it might take me 12 minutes. But I'll pick up a camera before I head into work with you guys, and yeah, today's been good so far. I'm excited. All right, guys, so that was just a ton of fun coming out of that, and I wish I could give you guys a bunch more details, but it's just not appropriate at this point. Raced back here, got the vlog edit all done, and actually was able to squeeze in a tiny little meal. It's currently 8/20/2020, and so I've got to fill a water bottle, grab a soda, and get the heck up north, because supposedly this training is supposed to start at 9:15, and so I've got to be able to get in, clock in, get settled, make sure there's no big issue in my inbox. Don't really care if there is one though, and I can't imagine that there is, because yeah, I get 4 or 5 phone calls a night. All that said, I've got miles to make, and so I should probably go do it, but again, positive momentum. Emails have already started to follow up regarding interviews that I've had today, interviews that I had yesterday. There's one in particular that I am really excited about that I didn't think I was going to be at the start of this week, and now I am. So who knows? That may be our front runner. Honestly, so long as I get what I want at the end of the day, financial resources wise, and I find a good spot for me to be in, I'll be ecstatic for not just the short term, but the long term here. And that's the target. So hopefully, again, right? I said it 2 weeks ago that this was the week that something was going to spark. Something was going to come together, and sure enough is looking that way. And I love the fact that this momentum is coming together. And so, let's see it happen. I want to see it happen. I want to see it happen this week, because it would make me very, very happy. And quite frankly, it would take a ton of pressure off between here and November 1, which would be tremendous. But I got to get on the road, so I'm going to go do it. All right, guys, so obviously I'm here at work, but it's actually 1 a.m. It's actually my lunch hour right now, or lunch half hour right now. And yeah, I totally forgot to shoot an end clip for you guys. Here's the deal, though. I have been in the best mood with all the stuff that's going on with the job hunt and everything else. And then this other little thing that I'm not really talking about, but if you're paying real close attention, you can pick up that there's something changing. And so, yeah, I'm in a really good spot right now. Additionally, more and more changes continue to come down here at the office. Whatever. I'll do them when I absolutely have to. A couple of them I start to have to in this week. Maybe next week I have to do a couple more, but all in all, I'm not worried about it, because I got another interview with the company that I spoke with today that I was super excited about, my friend's company, where she's the CEO. And that call is going to be on Thursday at 1 p.m. So I'm super excited about that. And so, yeah, everything's kind of lining up. This is going to come together. This week, it's going to come together. If not, absolute worst case, next week. And the instant I can stop working nights, continue to build on the momentum, man, oh man, I'm going to be excited. But guys, thank you so much for your time and your attention. I'm excited for what's coming, so stay tuned. And remember, you never stumble upon opportunity by standing still, so go do cool stuff. Bye for now.